Welcome to episode 164 of Southern Gospel Now. I'm Greg Goodman with your weekly look inside Southern Gospel music. Our program is made possible by Daywin.com, where you'll find Southern Gospel CDs and soundtracks. Promo code SUMMER will get you an extra discount. Our condolences for the family of Joe Bonsall. Longtime member of the Oak Ridge Boys, Joe passed away July 9th from complications of ALS. As a 50-year member of the American music group the Oak Ridge Boys, Joe was a member of the Grand Ole Opry and inducted into the Philadelphia Music Hall of Fame, the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, and the prestigious Country Music Hall of Fame. Joseph is also the author of 11 books, including his latest, a memoir entitled I See Myself, which releases in November. Joe loved to sing, he loved to read, he loved to write. He loved to play banjo. He loved working on the farm. And he loved the Philadelphia Phillies. But Jesus and his family always came first, and we will see him again on the promised day. Have you ever thought you want to be a part of Southern Gospel music? Well, a great start would be a music school like the Charles Novell School of Music. Rob Novell tells us about the upcoming session.
Our next session is coming up July 14th through the 20th at Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky. At CNS, you can study voice, instrumental skills, songwriting, group training, sound and audio, and even technology. CNS is the right place to be to ask the right person the right question to get the right answer for your music and for your ministry. Some of those right people include our special guests for CNS 24. People like the Hoppers, Jonathan Wilburn, Michael Booth, Danny Funderburk, Scott Godsey, Paul Secord, Danny Jones, Joseph Reed, and Billy Blackwood, Allison Durham Spear. The list goes on and on and on.
We all stopped to celebrate our birthday, but Seth J. Elbe of Southbound recently celebrated his spiritual birthday.
I've learned that the results we get in all areas of our lives are actually based on the choices that we make daily. This week is the anniversary of the most important decision that I've ever made. 43 years ago, when I decided to follow Jesus, I can truly say that I wouldn't be here without him. I've never regretted that decision, and he's everything to me. I'll never forget the day I got saved.
We're on the heels of Independence Day. The latest song from the Nelons talks about a hole in the heart of America. But Jason Clarke says it's a worldwide problem.
As believers, we realize that there's a vacuum inside the heart of every man that can only be filled with having a personal relationship with Jesus. It's a God-sized hole. And we can look in the problems of our country right now. We can see the downfall of culture, and we can see that not just in America, but around the world. And we realize that there's a hole in the heart of everyone that only God can fill.
Hard to believe, but Legacy 5 is celebrating 25 years of ministry. Scott Fowler reflects on the journey and he ponders the future.
Yeah, I simply cannot believe that it's been 25 years. Man, God has brought us through a lot of difficulties and turmoil, and he has brought us out on the other side. I could not be more thankful, more grateful. Man, going through that time with Roger Bennett when he was so sick and seeing how God provided everything that we needed, it was just a wonderful experience watching God do what he does best. Here's what I tell people all the time. As long as God wants there to be a Legacy 5, as long as he's okay with me doing this, he's going to provide the things that I need. He's going to provide the people that I need to keep going. And if and when the day ever comes when that seems to have ceased, then Legacy 5 will be no more, and I'll ask God what's the next chapter of my life supposed to be about.
The current song from Greater Vision is Your Healing is on the Way. John Epley wrote the song, and he says faith can be a hard thing during difficult times.
Sometimes faith is hard, and I know I struggle with it, having faith whenever I need to. But as the man said in the Bible, Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. We just have to keep holding on to faith, holding on to hope, knowing that healing is on the way.
Mylon Hayes tells us about the theme of the Mylon Hayes family's current project.
Our latest song to radio is Come and See, written by Rebecca Peck, and it's off of our latest recording project called Steady and Sure. As with most recordings, in the process of selecting songs, there seems to be a theme that begins to take shape. And that theme for Steady and Sure was challenging people to unashamedly share their faith.
It's a hot summer. This brought a great memory to Adam Crabb of the early days of the Crabb family.
One time the air went out in that bus, and it was like 101 degrees outside. I remember we pulled up to the BP truck stop there, and we were all just pouring sweat, man. We were hot, and there was a water hose hooked up next to the store there. So we grabbed the water hose. We started squirting each other down. It was fun, you know. Those are the beginning memories that actually were fun times. We thought they were bad times during that time, but honestly, it's those are the memories you look back and remember, you know.
It's hot enough that I wouldn't mind being sprayed with the hose right now. Time for a look at the top Southern Gospel songs of the week on the Power 50 chart.
Number 5.
Come on in, the Kingdom Heirs.
Come on in and make yourself at home and let it bless your soul.
Number 4.
Forgiven, Joseph Habedank.
But now I'm forgiven by the power of His love.
Number 3.
God is Listening, Triumphant Quartet.
There's hope, so keep on praying.
God is listening.
Number 2.
We Are the Church, Ernie Haas and Signature Sound.
We are the church, and it's time for us to stand.
Number 1.
He Pilots My Ship, Tribute Quartet.
For Jesus pilots my ship.
That's our report. If you missed episodes of Southern Gospel Now, you'll find them wherever you find podcasts and at southerngospelnow.com. Southern Gospel Now is made possible in part by southerngospelprizes.com. Currently, you can register to win new music from the Wisnuts and High Road. southerngospelprizes.com. I'm Greg Goodman. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to love your neighbor. I'll be on vacation next week, but we'll talk again soon with more Southern Gospel news on Southern Gospel Now.